Okay guys, today we're going to do a tractor tour. This is going to be part one, probably 2 or 3 parts. And we're going to do tractors, equipment. This is at one of our farms, but we're going to do equipment, tractors, all of that. Maybe even some animals. We'll show you some animals and around the barns. But we're going to start with these Olivers, this New Holland, and then we've got a few others sprinkled around the farm. So we'll get started. Okay, we're going to start here with this 1950 Oliver 88 row crop. This is just your normal row crop, dime a dozen. But this one is a pulling tractor. I think it's running about 110 horse. Sounds pretty good, but there's some pretty big 88s around that pull. But this one we got painted last year, and as I'm looking at it now, it looks pretty good, except it's got a few paint chips up here, which is a pulling tractor and it gets used, of course. But it's got the pressed wheels in the back. You can kind of see it. And then it's got the pressed wheels in the front, not the cast. As you can see though, it's been lightened up a little bit. It's got, instead of steel, it's got this, I believe it's aluminum weight bracket there, and then those, and then in the back got some international 100-pound weights. Yeah, so it's got this emblem. It's got a straight pipe on it. Pretty loud. You've seen videos of it, I'm sure. And then you've got, if I can get this through here, we've got where they've lightened it down. They've got the pressed wheels, like I said. And then, sorry about that, that's the cows. We've got, they took the PTO out right here and got rid of that old seat. Lighten it up a little bit. And then we've got 66 fenders on it. Just make it a little bit lighter. And then we got some 75s and 100-pound weights back here as well. But as you can tell, right here it's got the aluminum. It's got the fender set in where the wheels can go out a little farther. And then got the row crop on it. And just all that neat stuff, new gauges, seat, all that spinning up. Can't have one without spinning up. So that's this tractor. It's got this wheelie bars and the hitch, of course, and then this that shuts your tractor off. It just pulls it and it'll kill your tractor if the sled's going. But the flywheel, or not the flywheel, the belt pulley has been taken off this one. Most of them have been. Okay, we'll get to this next one here. Here's the cows. They can eat outside, they just choose to eat inside. Couldn't tell you why. It's warmer today than it has been all week, but they choose to eat in here. I believe there's 9 and 2 babies here. But we'll start on this 770 right here. Go out to the front, I guess. We've got the pressed wheels on it. We painted these ourselves on this tractor, the wheels. Again, if I can get through here. We've got the aluminum wheels on front. We're missing the cap off of it. We've bounced down the track and came off. We've got your aluminum weight bracket. This comes out a little farther than the other. We've got your battery box. Got a weight bracket there that had to be cut for these bigger tires. And then you got your wheelie bars and weight brackets back there. Got 2 sets of those. Flywheel, I guess this one didn't have it. I guess it just wasn't equipped. And then you've got all your normal stuff. It's just a tub. It doesn't have the closed side panels. I don't believe they had these. Sorry. If you see all the scratches and the dent and the muffler and all that, it's from my uncle running it through the barn door. Yeah, he ran it through the barn door. Luckily, it didn't bend up our grill too bad, but we'll still have to get it fixed. And then we've got some 75 or 100s. I can't show what I think these are 100s on this tractor. And then you got some 40s on here. I don't know if this has got the tack or not. It's got the PTO taken out as well. There's the baby. Maybe you can see it over here. One of them anyway. Not this one. That's a big baby. You got the one baby there and the one baby there. 2 little black ones. Not the right time to be having calves, but pretty much the same thing on here, except I'm not sure what this one is, but your plates on the dash, and then I don't believe it's got the hour tag or the hour gauge. No, it doesn't. It's got your speed thing on it on your dash. Pretty nice. So you know you're not going over the speed limit. And your throttle's right here. That one's no longer functional. That one's still got the normal throttle though. So yeah, this one's a little bit rough. Rougher, or somebody did a little bit more farmer modifications to it. But okay, we'll head to the next tractor. This one you haven't seen. This is a new one to us. I'll show you what it replaced here in just a little bit. But it's a T56110. What does it say? It's a dual power. It's a tractor, I guess. It's not necessarily my favorite I've ever drove or rode in, but it's a cheaper version of a T6030. It's a 4-cylinder and a smaller frame. CNH, Case New Holland. It's got the wheel weights on it. You can just tell it's got 3 sets of nuts, I guess. You can see like your axles and stuff aren't built real thick and stuff. You've got your hydraulic reservoir. I don't know what that is. I believe that's your washer fluid. See, on your T6030s, which we got at the farm, I'll see in another video, it's got your hydraulic fluid somewhere in here. But it's a little bit cheaper made than a T6030. I guess that's your serial plate right there, but that's a stick. No, it shows what tractors the cab's for. Sorry. Up in the cab, it's got a New Holland loader on it. Doesn't really say what model, but we put this hay spike on it. It's got the wheels, got the big fuel tank on it. It's a big beast. Big tractor. I believe it's about 100 horse. You'd think for a tractor this size it'd be a little bigger than that, but it's not. Sit in the cab, it's pretty basic. Got your seat that's not near as nice as your 6030. I like the 6030s a lot better. Got this sunroof, got this big old fat dash on it. I don't like that. And this thing sticks out way too far. It doesn't show how many hours it's got on it. We'll pop it up. 2,700 hours on this tractor. Sorry. May not got to see that, but I didn't want the radio to start. Sorry about that again. But it's got all your normal controls and everything on it. I had to feed them another bucket of feed, so they'll be quiet. But it's got all your normal stuff, one like this has. It's pretty nice. Take the loader on and off and stuff. It's a pretty nice tractor, I guess, if you like newer stuff. Not my favorite, as you can tell. I like the Whites and Olivers and the Farmalls and stuff like that. But it's an okay tractor, nonetheless. Okay, we'll go to the next tractor. Video on the barn as well. Got this side for the tractors, and then we got a pin here and a pin there for mama cows with the calves, and then you got just this little handling pin right here where you can load them out right there at that gate and go out to the pasture there. Got this old trough. We got concrete ones outside, but this one works okay. Now we've got that water tank. Need an actual water tank, but that'll work for now. Pretty nice. This barn just got finished a month or so ago, I guess. But go over here to this barn over here. Barn's got a little more junk in it. There's all the cows on the concrete troughs. Burn sage heaven out here though. We'll just go through a few of the things that we've got out here along with the tractor. We've got John Deere hay fork off our 5075E. I believe that's what it was. John Deere tractor. Piece of junk. We got rid of it, but they didn't want the fork back. Got this big wheel off an old manure spreader here, and then we got deer feed. We've got 2 mowing U fenders here. You'll see why we've got those here in a minute. Got that big boom off a sprayer, back of a sprayer. I believe that's what it is. Now we've got this old junk walker mower. I'm not going to get close to it because there's rats in the back. But it is a walker. Not a big fan of it. And I can read the hour gauge. I don't know. $16.65 on the hours. And then we've got this U-Moline. It was a puller for a little while, or for a long time actually. It's got the cast U, and then it's got the pressed wheels on the back. We're not sure if it's locked up or it's not. Couldn't tell you, but it's got some weights on the front. It's got a few hundreds, a few 75s, a few international stamps. Some of these just odd weights. Starter off of it, U-Moline. If anybody knows what the universal means off of them, though, I would love to know what that means. Not a Moline guy. What is this? I don't know. If you know what that is, tell me what that is. What? It's got BF Goodrich, Power Grip. What size? These are 15/5/38 on this tractor. Got your weight bracket up front, none in the back, or none in the middle. Got your wheelie bars, your hitch, and then your, I believe these are brakes. And then you've got your weight bracket there. And you got this old seat back here that just sits there. Got your clutch, hand clutch. I don't know if it's stuck or not. We kind of wanted to restore this one someday, but it's out of gear, but it don't act like it's out. It's acting like it's out of gear, but I don't know if it is or not. Got your throttle on it. Your light for your dash, starter button. This is your light. Flip to turn on and off the lights. Choke, I believe. That may be the lights. I'm not sure. I never did see this one run. Or haven't seen it run. I was alive when it ran, just didn't see it. It's got a few holes in the hood. She was a pretty rough one when my dad got her, and just got her running back into shape. Not a tip-top shape, but she is in shape. Got an old wagon and deer stand and carry-all and welder tanks. Okay, this is just the junk shed. It's just got junk in it. Got a few kayaks, a few tools, snoot off an M. Got a Valvoline, a Pennzoil, Coke sign. There's no chickens. Got a few signs there. Several signs there. Several signs there. There's quite a few that came from our shop and we just didn't want to hang up anymore because they were all, these are all newer signs. And then we got, well, that's about all that's in here is fuel, windows, chicken cage, 2 chicken cages. Yeah, pretty good old barn, but it's got those old signs and stuff we need to hang up in it at some point. But that's all that's in this barn. It's a bunch of junk. We'll head to the next item, I guess. Okay, so y'all haven't seen this tractor much. We didn't ever use it. I mean, we fed hay with it and tethered hay with it, of course. Hated to leave it sitting outside, but the battery went dead, so we couldn't start it before it snowed. Got cow crap all over it. This is what that New Holland in there replaced. Can't think of the model right now, but might insert it later if I can look and see it. Got a 1730 QA loader on it. I guess that's what it is. The loader's pretty good. It's got that hay spike on it. It just needs a bath, and like all paint on a tractor that still gets used, it gets chipped. Bothers the crap out of me, but it does get chipped. This tractor has been sold. It's no longer ours. But it has not been paid for yet, so I'm going to still show y'all the tractor while it's here. It's got 4,600 hours. Says that's what it's showing. New gauges, all that. Rigged up this loader, hydraulics, all that. If you've never been on 270, that gets really hot and will burn you. Just FYI, so don't do that. It will burn you. That might be why the battery's dead. The thing wasn't. That kills it was out. But it wasn't out the other day, so somebody's been messing with it. Okay, we'll head to the next place. Before I forget, this is just a Euro style bucket off the New Holland tractor. Okay, as we're walking, we'll walk and talk about our farm. We own, I'd say somewhere around 250 acres, probably. Not a big farm, small farm. This farm here we're sitting on is probably 30. The big tractor you see there is from my dad's company to push snow. It's the main reason we own that one, but it does feed hay. Then we've got the main farm where you see a lot of the hay action and tillage and planting and all that. Loading out beans, other tractor tour. That was all at the main farm, which I believe is around 180 acres, somewhere thereabout. And then we've got another 30-acre bottom. So, okay, like I was saying, sorry, I'm talking to my neighbor. Yeah, about 180 acres over there's the main farm, and then we have a river bottom that's probably another 60 or 70, I would say, thereabout. I'd say 40 of it's in crop, and then the other, I don't know, 20 or so is in hay. It wasn't hay, sorry, it is in crop now. Brain fart. It is in crop currently. My grandpa's starting to slow down a little bit on farming, and we have rented the bottom out, so you won't be seeing much from over there. But that's our farm, and we rent about another 80 acres or so. Okay, we're at the next barn. This is a 5465 Massey. Love this tractor. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites that we own. Got this hay spike right here. Came off the 270, just need to put it on the other tractor. And then we got the 5465 Massey. Got this wood 15-foot bush hog. I don't know if they had models or not. That's not the 15-foot bush hog. It gets used on my dad's company. It mows clips of hayfield and stuff like that, of course. But it is mainly for my dad's company, bush hogging, doing a few odd and end jobs. Shoot, that cap's tight. We climb up in the cab here. Would start this one, but I believe the battery's dead. Last time I checked. The hour meter is reading 3,063 hours. Pretty basic cab, but good one. Got that hard buddy seat, but the tractor's stout for what it does and is good at what it does. Got this tractor real cheap. This is a really nice bush hogging tractor. But it was cheap. The only thing that was not cheap about it, that did not taste good. That was not cheap about it was getting it moved here from Georgia. But for being a Georgia tractor, I believe it was only ever used once or twice a year for bush hogging because the PTO was only thing wore on it and the drawbar was not bad. 3-point linkages I don't think's ever been used. But I think it was always barn kept, and that helps the tractor in its value when it ages. That helps all of it. Okay, let's go to these tires. Just get over here. That's a 15.538. These are Firestone Field and Roads 15.538. Now, don't ask me on the top cuts and stuff like that because I couldn't tell you. These are Firestone 14.538. And these are big old tires. These are 18.438. So these are pretty large tires on these. But nonetheless, pretty good tires. And then we go ahead. Well, I was going to go that way, but don't want to get my boots necessarily muddy. Got back from school, so these are good boots. Don't want to get them all nasty. Mom might be aggravated if I did that. But there's the pond, water, old silver shed, and just a place for houses. So, thank you. Okay, to end the video, we're just going to end out with this. Like I said, we own about 250 and probably farm about 300, somewhere around that. Have probably 30, 40 head of cattle. We milked 100 cows and had about 300 cows total back when we milked, but we quit that last spring and just have been slowly. Last year we just cut all the hay off everything and did a little crop, probably 80 acres crop, and then we did about 100 and something acres of hay, and then we did not have any, well, we had 40 heifers last year, and then we had probably 4 or 5 steers, and then the bull that we're breeding all the heifers with, and then we send him down the road along with the heifers to another dairy farmer. Try to keep them on dairy farm system for being heifers and younger cows, and our milk cows went to Ohio, so everything worked out fine. But that was the tractor tour, part 1 anyway. We've probably got 14 or 15 more tractors if I had to guess to go through, and a lot of equipment. So that is part 1 of part 3. There'll be 3 or 4 parts. So that's part 1 and a little bit of farm history for you. So, thank you. See you on the next one.